no one had the foresight to predict what was foretold. Allow me to be forthcoming. I will not forgive any Fantastic Four slander. That is forbidden. I mean it. And you about as lucky as a four-leaf clover fortune if you caught the early screening. This movie was exactly what I wanted to see from Marvel's first family. Jeez, some of the best moments in this film come when no powers or special effects are at work. Just great storytelling, passionate acting, and descriptive dialogue. This movie is not your average superhero movie. You know the tropes. Kick ass, save the girl. Fantastic Four defies the cliches by taking a fantasy world building approach. And they do it well, in fact. So exceptional that you don't even notice the lack of action. Fantastic Four makes you interested by using science fiction in many scenarios, picking apart the plot and dissecting it in fresh, fun ways that it almost makes you want to put on a lab coat and become the fifth member. Literally, the plot pulls you in and the thrill ride never stops. Vanessa Kirby is the MVP of the acting cast. Her Sue Storm performance as a hero and mother are second to none. Her talent shines bright. In each scene, Vanessa knows how to capture a moment, commanding scenes with sharp body language and intuitive gazes. I was highly impressed with Joseph Quinn. He put off a less edgy, more mature Johnny Storm. Much different than what we've seen in the past. Honestly, it felt like Joseph Quinn evolved the character right before our very eyes, showing the audience that Human Torch's burning desire for his family is stronger than any flame he will ever produce. The scene where Johnny uses his wits to decode the surface language was huge to the development of this character, and Quinn pulls it off flawlessly. He definitely leaves his mark as one of my favorite actors to play Johnny Storm. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards is truly amazing. This man was so smart that he could not do normal stuff. Like, he really couldn't do normal stuff. Can you take out the trash? No. Do you know how to wash the dishes? No. Can you fold the laundry? No. Can you build a crib? Out of the question. Reed couldn't cook or build a crib, but was an elite scientist. This idea comes from Albert Einstein. Some say Albert couldn't tie his shoes nor make a bed properly. He couldn't do anything simple, but anything complicated, he make it look easy. Their brains just work different. A very different kind of genius. And with so many geniuses in the Marvel universe, I'm glad that this detail stuck out and was expanded on, because it makes him so different in the world of Tony Stark's. I believe this was done to Reed Richards' character to make him more relatable. I mean, not many of us are geniuses, but when it comes down to some of these tasks, we sure can make them harder than they really are. Pedro's Reed Richards is conflicted with logic and emotion, not knowing when to follow his heart or his brain, sometimes pondering a little too much for Sue's liking. Sometimes you gotta let the daddy instincts take over, Reed. I promise they will never fail you. The Thing was more layered than before. We finally see him in the light of a scientist. A lot of times he is portrayed as a brute, a emotional man who can't get over that one day that changed his life forever. Even though it made him a superhero, he lost just as much as he gained that fateful day. This Ben is completely comfortable, showing off for the kids, breaking the ice with women. And I know at this point, he has been the thing for years. But it's almost like the accident never happened. The thing walks with strength and confidence in himself. The family dynamic is my favorite part of the movie. This is not the Avengers, where we meet up just to kick butt. This is a real life family with real life family problems. And the Fantastic Four first steps is to keeping this family together. My favorite scene out of this movie has to be the chase. When Silver Surfer is hot on the tail of the Fantastic Four, trying to get that little bundle of joy out of Sue Storm's stomach. And oh, isn't Franklin Richards adorable? That baby is adorable, I swear. Ladies, I'm not gonna lie to you. I left with baby fever. I want a baby. Like Franklin Richards was so adorable. But back to my favorite scene. Silver Surfer is hot. I mean hot on the trail of the Fantastic Four, trying to steal that little bundle of joy and hand it over to Galactus. This not only shows the depths that Shia LaBeouf will go to please her master, but it gave context to just how high the stakes was, and it only made me wonder just how powerful Franklin must truly be. Yes, so that is gonna wrap up my review on Fantastic Four First Steps. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hitting that like button pushes this content through the algorithm, and it helps me out more than any Cash App donation. And if you really rock with your boy, bang that notification bell so you can get put on game anytime your boy drop a video. I appreciate y'all. One love. I'm your boy, Super Duper Deuces.